guys, Billy Moan here, Rambling Rose Studio, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've had a few questions lately about the different stamps, the polymer stamps versus the red rubber stamps, wood stamps versus clear stamps. So I thought today I'll just give you a few tips on stamps, how to process them when you get a new set, and maybe how to store them, how I file mine. It might be interesting to you. I know everybody has their own way of doing that, but it's fun to see how other people store and catalog their stamps. I've been buying Stampin' Up! Stamps since 1999, and I don't sell my stamps, so I have a lot of stamps, and I've been in the process of converting my woodblock stamps to clear stamps, so I thought I would show you that too. So in any event, let's start with, do you not love this? The new photopolymer stamps. Sometimes when you get them and they're brand new, they need just a little bit of, let me get a pair of scissors here, a little bit of work. If they don't stamp clearly, sometimes they skip spaces when they're brand new, and that's just something that can be taken care of very easily with these. Just take this sheet off. Let me try to stay in the camera range here. I'm so bad about not doing that. Okay, so you could do it individually. You could do each one individually if they were bigger, but because these are all small, you can take them and take a little water spray. You can either spray on the stamps or on your scrub pad. And then just rub them over this scrub pad, each stamp. Make sure you rub them pretty good with the water. They sometimes have a film. I don't know if it's a film. I'm not really sure. I think it is probably from processing and manufacture. And they don't stamp evenly. You get like little gaps and spaces, and you'll know that right away. Maybe they won't, maybe they will. So that's all. Just scrub, just scrub over them a little bit with your scrub pad and some water. And then before you store it, you might want to lay that down on paper towels or something absorbent and dry that water off. And then they should be ready to go. That's pretty simple. Now, I can't wait to use these. Are they not just, oh, they're so cute. My granddaughter's going to love those. Now, on these stamps, when you get a new set, oh, how I love to get a new set of stamps. Okay, so here's this cool kid. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so let's just take one out. And there sometimes is a film over them. And when they're a little bit bigger stamps like this, here's Stampin' Up! Sanding pad, sanding block. And you can just rub that over. I mean, it's not anything hard or anything, but just kind of lightly rub that over. You can see how it's been sanded a little bit. And then the same thing. Just, take that off. Make sure it's clean. You don't want to stamp with any sanding residue on there. And then you've got a nice clean stamp and it's ready to go. And of course, all of them. You're going to peel off the backing. Find a little split back here on the back. I always just take off half of the backing. And then lay my stamp on the half that's open or showing. And pull it off. Then you've got it absolutely straight. And you can just peel this back and take it off. And you've got your image on your stamp absolutely perfect. Okay, so those are just a couple of tips on brand new stamps when you get them. There's new people starting every day, and they sometimes are not sure, and they start stamping. They've got gaps, and they're like, what happened? I'm not doing, what can be wrong? You put ink on it, it should stamp, right? And most of the time they do, but if you want to avoid that, then that's what you do. Okay. Now, I just thought I would show you this. This is something else I do with my stamps. Sorry, I kicked the camera there. This is the Blessed Easter Tulip stamp, and it only came on wood, and I don't do wood anymore. So I just took the image and put it on, and I cut this off of it. It's not that I don't like that, it's just that I want to use this a lot of times without Easter. So you can see I've just cut that off, and if I wanted to use it with the Easter, let me grab a block here. I think this one's quite big enough, but I'll show you anyway this way with a bigger block. I would just put this on my block and nestle that back in there, just like that. And it would be right back together like it was originally. So if I like to cut the sayings off. And I know people that do wood, they put their sayings on the side if they can. So, or on the other side. So I do that with this, and then I buy these and just store them like that. And I put the cover in there so I know what's in there. Now you're going to see over here this stack of stamps that I've got. They've all got a color code on them, different color codes. And I color code my stamps when I store them, and I store them in drawers. I'll show it to you in just a second. But every color implies a group of stamps. I have children and baby and youth together, and they're the pink ones. The double blue star right there means it's something masculine, a masculine stamp. A single blue means celebrations of some kind, like a wedding, a baby shower, something like that. The yellow ones are words and quotes. The orange ones are shapes and backgrounds. And I have a pink one too. I don't have one stacked up here. And that's holidays, all seasons. It could be Thanksgiving, it could be Halloween, Christmas, of course. And I have all them. And then backgrounds, I have them stored separately with two orange stars on them. And I bought these little polka dot stars, here they are right here, at an office supply store. I mean, I'm sure you can get anything that would be appropriate for you, but I just thought you might like to see how I break down my stamps. And honestly, I know where everything is. It's amazing, as many stamps as I have, that with this system, it really works for me, and I can pick up a stamp and have it in my hand in 2 shakes. One other thing I wanted to show you about stamps. These are the new circle monogram stamps. And I had another one here too. This one too. Was one I've already used. And you're going to notice when you use these stamps that they discolor. See this right here? Can you see that middle one? How you can see the red around it. And these two. See, they've discolored. But it doesn't affect your subsequent stamping. It just discolors, the rubber discolors, but once you put your ink on it, it stamps true. So I just thought I would show you that in case you haven't gotten one yet, and then it does it and you're like, oh my goodness, what happened to that? So I wanted to show you that. You can see how I keep everything is tagged. I know where it is and goes in its place. Let me just show you real quickly. I'll try to turn this camera and show you, and don't look at the mess because I'm working in here. Can you see the drawers? I've got bookshelves and bookshelves of drawers, and you can see the star on the drawer implies what stamps are inside there. So that's how I store all my stamps. So I just thought that might be a little interesting tidbit with your stamps today. I hope I might have shown you something that you haven't seen before, or given you an idea of something you can do in your studio. Thanks for stopping by today, and come back to see me.